Good afternoon, guys. It is Friday, 8th of August 2025, and I am again in Ahtopol for part 2 of the full weekend experience. I will have another weekend in the region, and it is time to pick up where we left off last week. The first thing that I will show you is the beach of Ahtopol. It is a big beach, and in a minute I will start walking towards it. Here is the beginning of the main one of the entrances. I cannot say if this is the most used one because there are several, but it is close to the place where my accommodation is, so it is the most convenient one to use. I will show you this part of the beach and then I will walk on it to show how big it is. So let me get down for a few minutes, and after that I will continue from the beach itself. So here is the entrance to the beach. On the right you will see in a minute the so-called Love Beach bar. It is just a normal beach bar, nothing too fancy, but anyway, a good place to have if you want to have a beer or two or some other drinks and food. Here is how it looks. And here is how the beach itself looks. As you can see, the sand is very good. It is very fine, it's not a coarse sand. And on the left you can see some umbrellas that you can rent, and also on the right. And here is how the sea itself looks. There are some waves and some wind today. You have a red flag because yesterday the weather was bad. On this part that you can see there, this is the beginning of the beach, which is closest to the city, and I will explore the other part. You can see that the beach is pretty big, so let me walk for some time and I will continue. After the wind yesterday, you can see that the umbrellas which are on the front line are literally in the sea now. It was a relatively strong wind with big waves. So yeah, sometimes the first line becomes really too fast. Generally here is where most of the rented umbrella zone ends, and after that you have of course a beach pub and also some free zone where you can come with your own umbrella and you don't have to pay anything for that. I will also try to show you the farthest part of the beach, but it will take some time to reach it, so I'll continue from there. So guys, I am around halfway through the beach. You can see in the distance where we started, there approximately, and where currently I am. What you see here is the last safeguard post. From there on up to the end of the beach where I'm going, the beach is completely unguarded, so you have no restrictions here when you can bat and when you can't, but if something happens nobody will be able to help you, so you should be careful. And of course there are a lot of people here who don't want to pay for umbrellas and so on, so they come to this part which is completely free. There is also a river which doesn't flow directly into the sea but goes through the sand, just like the Velika river that I showed you last weekend. But this one of course is much smaller. In a bit I will be here and I will show it to you. So here is the river. As you can see, it is very close to the sea, especially now. The waters of the sea and the river are mixing easily, but it doesn't flow directly, just like the Velika. Even some people are having a bath here. I personally wouldn't do that, but everybody has a choice what to do and what not to do. And in the distance you can see the so-called dolphin camping. From the top of it there is a view to another beach. I will try to also show this to you, but I will need some time to reach it. Now one more thing that I want to show you is this forest up there. I don't know if you can see it, but there are a lot of cars, tents, campers and so on there. People who like wild camping directly into the forest without any utilities are using this forest to set up their tents, especially during the summer. So it is another interesting aspect of this part of the beach. So this is the end of the beach. As you can see, it encompasses the whole bay, which is really big. You can see where we started in the distance, and all this is a beach. Where I am currently is the road towards the next beach. I'm not sure if I will be able to use it to reach it, because it goes through the water in some parts, and with these big waves most probably this won't be possible. But anyway, I will at least try to show you how it looks, and after that I will return back. So guys, here is how the other beach, which is called Dolphin Beach, looks. Definitely it going down now with these waves isn't something that I'm gonna try. For sure I will get very wet and it can get even worse. So this is from the beach. I will try to show you one more panorama from the high ground near the bungalows, but this will be in a few minutes. Well guys, I am now at the high ground above the beach, and as you can see we have a very beautiful view from here of half of the beach. So the contrast here is very interesting. You have the beach down, and here you have a forest, a completely different experience, just 50 meters away, something like that. While I'm walking in this region, I want to give you some more information about it, because it is interesting. This part of Ahtopol was used for place for rest for the workers from many government companies during the communist rule of Bulgaria between 1945 and 1990. They got land here. The government gave the companies land and they built quickly such places with bungalows where workers could come and have a cheap rest at the seaside. Most of these are unfortunately now either destroyed or abandoned because after the fall of the communist rule in 1990 the land were given back to their original owners because during the communist rule the government just took the land from the people. You couldn't own land, and after returning the land the companies, some of them got bankrupt, some of them just wouldn't like to invest anymore in places where they don't own the land. So unfortunately big parts of this region are now abandoned, but some of them, as you can see, I will show it in a bit, are still functioning. Of course they are all private now, but yeah, in some cases everything went smoothly and people are still using it. What you see on the right is in fact one of the examples which looks pretty good. These are very modern bungalows. Maybe some of them even have air conditioning. And in the 80s and the beginning of 90s this whole place was in fact bigger than the other part of Ahtopol and had more citizens during the summer. So let me have a walk around here and I will try to show you some more interesting places of this region. This place, this street that you see here, is known as the Central Street, which goes directly through the different camps here. And in the 90s was a very lively place. On the right you can see some much older bungalows. This is how they looked when they were built around 40 years ago, maybe something like that. And you can also see some abandoned places which are just left to rot. Generally it is a little bit of sad picture because especially if you have seen them during the 90s like me, comparing this with now, it is sad, but unfortunately that's the situation. You can see some more destroyed buildings on the right. So yeah, here is the situation. We have to move forward. It is good that at least some parts of this are still functioning, and who knows, maybe someday there will be more development here because the infrastructure is still here. You have the streets, you have electricity, water and so on. So who knows, maybe someday this part of Ahtopol will also see some kind of renaissance. Okay guys, I hoped that I will at least be able to find a place where to buy beer here, but unfortunately this doesn't seem to be the case, so I will have to slowly go back to the city, and later during the evening I will also show you the craft beer place that I promised last week. See you later. So guys, it is Friday evening, we had a great dinner and now it is time for some craft beers. Now, first how to find the store. As it is not still available in Google Maps, here is the metal shop. The metal shop is available in Google Maps, and right next to it is the craft beer store. Here it is. So let me show it from a little bit close. Here is what they have. These 3 different types of craft beers are manufactured here in the region from the Kovač brewery. And here is how the store looks from inside. As you can see, they have some merch. They also have some fruit wines, not only beer. If you are a lover of wines, you can also find something for you. And also they have some good souvenirs, different ones, as you can see. So let me get one of the local craft beers and we will continue with review of it. So guys, here is the first one. It is called Boli me fara. I will try to translate this in a bit. It is hazy pale ale. This is the type of the beer from Kovač brewery, and it is 5.7% of alcohol. Let's taste it. This is good, on the sweet side. A little bit of bitterness, but not too much. Well balanced with the alcohol. Overall great. So about the name, Boli me fara can literally be translated in English like my lighthouse hurts, which doesn't have absolutely any sense. But in Bulgarian this means I don't care. So if some Bulgarian says to you Boli me fara, this means I don't care. So that's the first one, guys. After that I will also taste the others. And another good thing is that they have this place in front of the store where you can sit and drink your beer. As you can see, it is very interestingly made from this barrel. So, cheers guys.
I'm just a fool, a felling stranger, traveling through this world alone. There is no secret, no toil nor danger in that bright land to which I go.
So guys, it is time for the second one. It is called Nestinarka, again from Kovač brewery, from the region, and this is smoked ale, 5.4%. Let me check this. Yes, definitely smoky, but not too much. Sweet, almost no bitterness, very well balanced with the alcohol. So 2 out of 3 going forward. So guys, 3 out of 3. This is the third beer. It is called Strandja. If you are wondering why this woman is eating something, this is locally in the region it is known as Strandja. In fact, it is bread with minced meat on top and baked, but this is not what's important. We have IPA here for 5.7%. Let's check it. It's good IPA. Bitterness rather on the wall side for IPA. Fruitness also, alcohol also, overall good balance. So this is the third one from the Kovač brewery. In a bit we will continue with other options.
To srdečen krok. Ajde da hodim za biras, za biriska, i da hvaštam raci, i biriska vidi da se nasere, da se nasere. Ajde da hodim za biras, za biriska, i da hvaštam raci, i biriska vidi da se nasere, da se nasere. Aj arriva, ajde da hodim za biras, za biriska, i da hvaštam raci, i biriska vidi da se nasere.
So guys, here we have something very, very interesting. This is local, and by local I mean something produced at home, beer which a client brought. We have glass, just a second, let me put you on a tripod so that we can see the cover. You can see the cover. This is DDH IPA, double IPA, maybe around 8%, so let's taste it. Definitely good, more on the fruity side, less bitterness, great balance. So yeah, sometimes you find such interesting things going forward. So guys, it is almost midnight. We had some very good craft beers, but it is Friday night, so I think that we should find one more bar to finish the night. Let me figure it out, and I will get back to you in a bit. So the choice of bars here in Ahtopol is not too great, and I have decided to go the so-called Bar Nafara, which literally means the bar next to the lighthouse. You can see the lighthouse in the distance. It is working, and in a few minutes I will reach the bar. I will see what they have, and it will be a great finish of the Friday night. So guys, see you in a few minutes. As you can see, it is quite crowded, but let's see what we can do.
Това беше край за тази вечер. Благодаря много, че бяхте тук. Поредна струна даде жертва обаче. После, след 3-4 дена в Лозенец. Може повече като сме на всички струни, защото явно влагата оказва сериозно влияние на тези струни. Или пък друг ден ще направим тук с Рони отново нещо, но сега наистина предлагам да бъде край, защото мисля, че след 12, не знам колко е часа. Така че благодаря много, че сте тук. Това е жесток бар, идвайте често. Това е рядък бар. Какво още на две струни трябва да направи нещо?
So guys, I just want to show you how they sip big rum here. You can see what we are talking about. That's well, impressive, especially considering that the big rum is just 12 Bulgarian levs, which is around €6. So far so good, and we are talking about a plantation which is a great rum. Impressive, really. Good morning, guys. It's Saturday, 9th of August. I am again at Butamjata beach near Sinemorets, and here is a new structure that I want to show you that wasn't here last week when I came. Obviously, for the tourists, a giant turtle. In fact, it looks pretty well made. Here is some information that you shouldn't touch the object, but you are very welcome to take photos with it. So, what's the plan for today? I am going for a trail near the sea, which will start here from the Butamjata beach, and I will try to reach Silistar. Most probably it will take maybe 2 hours, something like that, because there is a walk to reach Silistar, and I will try to show you some interesting places along the road, as well as the Silistar beach when I reach it. Here is how Butamjata beach looks from above. This is the other end, which is going through the other to the other beach called Lipita. Here is the beach, and here is the trail itself. I will also show you the Lipita beach when I reach it in a few minutes. Well, guys, I just reached the Lipita beach. You can see it. It is completely wild beach, no safeguards, nothing. So it is usually used by people who like to be in the wild, to have beach experience in the wild. I will now have to go down to the beach, cross it, and continue from the other side there towards my next target, which is Silistar. Here is how the trail itself looks from the Lipita beach onwards. This is the end of the Lipita beach. So up to here the trail is very well maintained, because a lot of people are coming to Lipita, but in this section much less people are using it, so you should be careful. But it is not something that is hard to walk. You should just be careful. Okay, guys, I just reached Listi beach. You can see it, how it looks. It is very wild. I am surprised that there is anybody here. There are 3 or 4 people. Generally, nobody comes here, because you have to walk, at least 30 minutes from the Lipita beach, and you should add 15 more minutes to that from Sinemorets. So usually there is nobody here, but today, maybe because we are in the high season, a few people are here. So this is how the beach looks, and I will also try to show you some interesting places along the road to Silistar. This second part of the trail goes through a forest, which is good because there will be some shade, unlike the first part. Here is how the typical forest looks in Strandja mountain. It is a bit different than other places. Strandja is very interesting mountain. So let me get to our next target, and I will continue from there. Well, guys, I just reached another beach, and in fact the trail goes directly through it, so I want to show it to you. I have no idea what's the name of this beach, but as you can see, there is absolutely nobody here. Unfortunately, there is some trash that obviously the sea threw on the beach, but overall this region is very wild because it is part of the Strandja National Park, which has a series of limitations what you can and what you can't do here. You can't have urbanized beach here. You don't have roads except for the main one, which is going towards the border with Turkey. So yeah, completely wild beach. There aren't many such that are left. So guys, with this beautiful view, I will stop the video and I will continue when I reach City Star. Just to show you something interesting, guys. Here, if you decide to take this trail, you should look for these markings, blue and white. These were not available a few years ago. I don't know who made this, but they are very useful because if you are wondering exactly which trail to take, it is easy just to follow these markings. Well guys, I just reached the City Star beach. This is the beginning of it. It took me around hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes, something like that, which was faster than I personally expected. Here is another river that you can see, which is going through the sand to the sea. This is typical for this region, just the same that we saw in on the Velika river and on the Ahtopol beaches. So here is how the beach looks. I will also show it from a bit close, but I see a bar in front of me, and because it is almost noon, I really need something to eat, a cold beer. So let me figure it out and I will continue after that. So guys, I had a great lunch. I got some fish, some beer, everything went well. So let me show you how the beach looks from a little bit closer, and after that I will slowly go back towards Sinemorets. And in the evening, of course, there will be a restaurant, craft beer, the usual things for the weekend. But there is more time before we reach this point. So here is how the beach looks. It is not the biggest beach in the region, but is a good one. You can see it. It's not small either. So overall a good place. By the way, in the restaurant here, the bar, you can pay with card, which I didn't expect, and which is something good because I don't like cash too much and I don't have serious amounts of cash. So that's about it from City Star, guys, and I will get back to you later during the day. So guys, after another great dinner, I just want to show you the great view of the sea, the sunset, and with that beautiful view, I think it is the right time to finalize this video because it is Saturday evening. Tomorrow I should wake up really early and go back to Sofia. So thank you for watching this video and see you next week.